I arrived in Hong Kong in 1988. I'd been offered a job with a local law firm. I had never been to Asia before, let alone Hong Kong. I soon found out that Hong Kong was a special place. My wife and I intended staying for a year. We stayed for 16. I wish I could do it all again. The food, the climate, the people. Lan Kwai Fong, Kowloon, Wan Chai, Joe Bananas, Club Highway. But less said about Club Highway, the better. I had many great moments in Hong Kong. I started a rock band, the PNS, which received much publicity. But Hong Kong would not have been the same without an institution which took over my life. A football team called Atletico de Wan Chai, ADW, based in Happy Valley.
McKnight through to Dunn. Dunn through. He must score. And he has scored. ADW through to the next round of the cup.
We're going to Manila and we'll win the cup. The Do Wan Chai Chai, the Do Wan Chai. If you're gonna join us, then you better step up. The Do Wan Chai Chai, the Do Wan Chai. Hey, we're a football dream. Hey, hear the girlies scream. Hey, we're a brilliant team. The Do Wan Chai Chai, the Do Wan Chai. ADW had some wonderful players over the years. Here are some of them.
This is Patrick Leung.
Mark Hope here.
I'm Peter Tomlinson.
Hi all, hi gents.
My name is Jimmy.
This is Steve Powner here.
I'm Simon Cleaves, also known as The Wiz.
This is Nath, Big Nath.
Hi, I'm Phil Swainston.
Hi, my name's Barry Wilson.
I'm sexy and I know it.
My name is Ronan.
The name is Lee Morris.
Hi there, my name is Tom Alexander.
Peter McKnight, ADW Stalwart.
If it helps to motivate us.
Hello, this is John Dunn, aka Dunny.
Yeah, Drew Horspool here.
My name's Adrian Chadwick.
I'm Ivor.
This is Carl Steiner.
I'm Nick Park.
Dominic Butcher.
Dan Alleman here.
ADW.
Hello, this is Maz.
Richard Broughton.
My name's Andrew Shields.
Ben Mayfield here.
Hi, this is Andy Mitchell.
I'm Carl Mesham.
Good morning, guys.
Shaggy here.
Hello, Mike.
Paul Dock here.
My name's Mark Mustoe.
My name's Nick Willows.
It's Nick Paniotti here.
My name is Michael Atkin.
Alex Key from Derby.
I'm Big Mick from the Toon.
Martin Lever.
Midland here.
This is Lloyd.
This is Paul Slatter.
Delboy here.
Hey, Michael, how you doing?
Hi, boys. Monty here.
Flabber.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rocket.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mark Vijeux.
This is Tom Vincent.
My name's Peter Heston.
It's Lengy.
I'm having a bevy.
Meet the players.
Okay, we're here to officially trawl through the archives and find the hidden remains of ADW. Let's have a look. There must be some remains. Oh, I think they're there.
Now, Barry's a controversial figure. As leader of Legal Aid, we hated him, of course.
Yeah.
But as time went on, I think he mellowed, and he turned out for Legal Aid the last few years in Manila, and he did very well. People say he's a good player. I'd say more than that. I think he's a very good player. He played in the high division of the Yao Yi. Everybody says he's a good player, so he must have been. But in Manila, of course, I think he organised this squadron Saturday nights, didn't he?
He did. You know, I think the thing about him is he's a lot more. Even though he's an absolutely fantastic footballer, that's what I remember him for. Obviously, you remember Barry for a lot of other things more than his football.
Yes. Well, of course, in Manila, every Saturday night there was a fancy dress thing, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Dressing up as a wizard one year, I remember, was a good one.
Adrian Chadwick, left back.
For my career in ADW was, I think, the last season, 1995.
We won the legal league, and I also took part in the team that went over to Phnom Penh and played in the tournament there, which we won amazingly, and was probably the last game of football on a full-size pitch I ever played.
Now he was a bit of a left back,
Yeah.
and rather a stunning player, really.
He loved his tours of Manila. That's what I remember about Adrian. We didn't see him much.
Peter Tomlinson, skipper, defender.
We were brought together by our love of football and enjoyed many activities round about football, which included training, good league runs, good cup runs, plenty of social activities, a little bit of drinking, and touring all over Asia. Great highlights, great memories, winning the legal league, and a night of celebration in the corner of Joe Bananas, our favourite corner. It's a great club to play for and an absolute honour to be captain.
A top-rate captain, would you say?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he was our John Terry,
Yeah.
Stuart
Shaggy White.
Pearce. He was there. He was the man. He was ADW at that time. I'd put Peter down as a legend.
Oh, yeah.
An ADW legend.
Certainly an attitude and getting the lads going. Nobody better.
Yeah, exactly.
Peter McKnight, midfield.
Hi guys, remember me? The Crafty Cockney. Peter McKnight, ADW stalwart, 1989 to 1994. My most outstanding memory during those 5 years, I have many, but the one I remember the best was scoring that goal in Manila that put us into the final. It was a semi-final. I remember it was muddy, wet and raining, and I think we were losing 1-0, not sure, and I scored the equaliser. Ran from the halfway line. Dunny put me through. I rounded the keeper and slotted it in, and then 2 minutes later, Dunny got the winner. Fantastic.
Well, Peter, he scored in Manila in 1990, and I think it was the first goal ever scored by ADW in Manila.
Yeah. I can't actually remember the goal, but he keeps going on about it. I assume I was there. But Peter McKnight, I would say he's definite legend. He's one of our better players at the time.
Yeah.
For where we were.
Yeah. Well, I think that's right. I do remember his twinkly toes.
Yeah, and obviously his lad has inherited his twinkleness.
He certainly has. And let's hope he's inherited Eleanor's vocal abilities as well.
Yeah, lucky lad if he has.
Yeah. So that's how I remember Peter. Twinkly toes, scored a goal in Manila.
Crafty Cockney.
Crafty Cockney.
John Dunny Dunn, left back, midfield, attack.
I'm proud to have been a founder member of ADW, and I played with them until 1997. We were a very compact group, very friendly group. We had some great times together as well as some great victories. The greatest of the social events obviously was in the early 90s when I was made Player of the Year, well deservedly. Most memorable moment with ADW, I think would have to be when we won our first legal league title. It was a fantastic day. We won the league, went to Joe Bananas, had a great night. It was just a day and a night to remember. I'll never forget it.
Oh, Dunny.
Dunny was a legend.
Oh, Dunny, yeah, I think Dunny can go up there. One of the early legends, I think, of the club, definitely.
And on his day, a class player.
Yeah, definitely a class player. Was he?
Well, on his day.
On his day.
I remember on his day, he scored that goal that did take us through to the next round.
Yeah.
I can't remember too many other things he did, but he was a remarkable player, I think, John.
He was. I mean, Dunny, when I think of ADW, he's one of the players that really sticks out in my mind.
Patrick Leung, goalkeeper.
Hi, all my friends. This is Patrick Leung, a goalie of ADW. And I joined AW on early 90s. And Michael called me Black Cat. And I really enjoyed the time to play with them. And especially You know, I just can't forget the time we in Joe Bananas, and every year go to Manila to join the football tournament. Definitely. Excellent. So I look forward to meet you guys and see you guys very soon.
When he first started, he was good.
Yeah. Why are we saying everybody when they first started? They were good? He was a good goalie. I mean,
He was.
Yeah.
He was a good goalie. We'll leave it at that.
Steve Powner, midfield.
Hi, this is Steve Powner here, ADW member from 1990 to 1998. Some of the best times of my life, I think. So thanks to Mike Peart and co for organising an ADW celebration. It's great to be in touch. Take care. Bye for now.
You know, Steve, I thought that he was never given the credit he deserved for starting up the Legal League.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose we've got a lot to thank for Steve. Straight in as ADW captain, was he? Or was that the skipper?
I think he took over captaincy when Skipper left, because he left twice, Skipper, didn't he?
Yeah.
Steve became the captain there.
But deservedly so, and I think he got the captaincy because he was by far and away the best player at the time.
Yeah. That's right. I think he was definitely the best player when he joined us. And as time went on, he stayed in the team because he was still a good player and he could hold his own with the rest of the championship lineup.
Yeah, and so therefore, I think we're definitely going to have to give legend status to Mr. Powner.
Yeah, Stevie Powner, legend.
Yeah.
Ben Mayfield, striker.
Good afternoon from South London. Ben Mayfield here. I played for Atletico de Wanchai back in the glory years, I suppose would be a nice way of thinking about it, from about 1993 when I was introduced by Richard Thompson, Tomo, and Nick Warwick, right through to, I suppose, the end of the 90s and championship winning teams and good times. I suppose I scored a few goals during that time. I do recall of the many teams I played for around the world, the very unique management style of ADW, of Peart and Mellors. It's sort of Brian Clough and Peter Taylor, sort of, or Hinge and Brackett, depending on how you sort of looked at it and depending on what sort of mood they were in, but certainly a very unique management team and a wonderful team to play with, and a number of happy memories, although most of them fairly hazy.
Well, Ben Mayfield was like Alan Shearer at the time for us. Well, you don't.
Well, Ben was a great player. He was on the left. He cut in. He scored a lot of goals. So he was basically a winger.
Well, I recall he was tall, fast, very fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick Oates, right back, midfield.
Okay.
So I had to look this up on the website, which tells me it was 1995. I do remember a fairly overcast day. Bakers turned up with champagne, ready to celebrate a draw that would give them the championship. In my memory is a Ronan Gardner salsering his way across the 18-yard line in his Adidas slippers, feathering a shot into the far corner. What was the final score? 3-0? If it was, I imagine the Doc rose like a salmon, planted a header. That was poor control. And what, Mayfield probably with the third? Finally someone responded to his call of early, put it over the top for him to run onto. Now I hear they call Vardy Leicester's very own Ben Mayfield. Anyway, 3-0. First ever title.
Oh, Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Nick started off as a midfield player, I think,
Yeah.
but ended up at right back.
Yeah, I can always remember. I mean, again, the thing that stands out with Nick, that he was a good player. You know, he always used to have a banana and jab himself before a game, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Nick joined us round about 92. And when we left Hong Kong, he was still playing.
Yeah.
And I understand he's been playing ever since. And maybe even just about now he's retired, I think. So he's had an extraordinary career.
Well, he's probably got the most number of appearances for AD
Yeah.
and an ADW shirt.
May well have, yeah.
Yeah.
Nick Willows, goalkeeper.
You may remember me as the goalkeeper, or the goal hanger, or the webmaster, or the web spastic, whatever you want. Loved playing for ADW from about 98 to 2003 when I left Hong Kong. And some personal highlights were every tour. That was absolutely brilliant going on tour, especially Cambodia. I organised one of them. Highlights include scoring the winner against some horrible French bastards in Cambodia in the National Stadium on a rare game up front. And then there was scoring my only legal league goal against Haldanes in a mud bath one day. But honest highlight of all of it was to be able to be on the same pitch as Simon Cleaves, watching him tackle himself every week in, week out, was just pure football pleasure. Thanks very much. I enjoyed that. Cheers.
But I thought, Nick, he had the physique. He
Yeah.
stopped a lot of the balls.
I
And,
think a brave lad.
Go on.
Very brave.
Brave goalkeeper. And I thought he did well for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
John Reed, midfield.
To Cambodia back in '96. I still got the poster. I'll say make a picture of it. Playing in the game, and I managed to fracture my shoulder in Cambodia. Not the best thing to do. And it was a case of, I remember looking as one of the French doctors were driving me to the clinic with the man chasing after in his cyclo because he thought I was trying to run away from paying him. Also turning up at the doctors, who turned round, tapped my shoulder with his hand and said, I can't operate, but one arm will be shorter than another. So funny enough, I waited till I got back to Hong Kong.
Came to Cambodia with us.
Little Reedy.
Played a big part in '97. We broke his arm, of course.
He broke his arm in Cambodia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick Panayotou, utility.
I was a utility player, played up front, played on the right, played at the back occasionally. Although in my opinion, I was the most underutilised utility player in the history of ADW. Spent a lot of time on the bench, and usually had started my second beer by the time I was brought on. But usually to score the winning goal. Well, that's the way I remember it anyway. Went on a couple of the tours, went to Cambodia in '97, which was a fantastic trip. Don't remember much about the football. The only thing I remember about the games was Mike gave me a hard time because I didn't fall over dramatically enough in order to get a penalty in the game that we lost. But the most most memorable thing about that trip was going to Siem Reap and seeing the temples, fantastic temples there. But Paul Ling had bought 100 special cigarettes in the market in Phnom Penh, and we were trying to smoke 100 of them by the end of the trip. One surreal night in Siem Reap, we were having a drink in the only bar in Siem Reap, and it seemed like a plague of locusts all flew in and landed in our beers, which was a very funny scenario in our state of mind.
Well, with the Galacticos, we had people like Nick Panayotou.
Yeah.
Underrated player. I used to love Nick. He was a great player, I thought.
A lovely
Up and
lad.
down that pitch. He used to tell us the time from Central Plaza when it changed its lights, and that was a big bonus for us all. And I just thought he was a good player.
Yeah, I remember he was a really nice bloke as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ivor Jarman, goalkeeper, midfield.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ivor. I'm from no fixed position on the pitch from ADW or the world really since. I'm not sure how many people remember me. I was quite shy and I didn't actually play for ADW for too many years. I think ADW was probably my swan song in my football career, having played in Manchester, the South East and the Hong Kong Football Club. Kind of felt that there was nowhere really further down from ADW. But also, that's football-wise, but socially, probably nowhere higher. I can't actually remember too much about the football, but it was a team of characters, a team of oddballs, and a team of freaks. I think in today's society, the way we were then, we'd probably now be rounded up and gassed like badgers. But great times with great people. The memories for me of the players, Ronan and Mesh were my favourite players for their flair, for their skills, silky skills. They made me giggle with the stuff they did, and quite often the great goals that they scored. Okay, I mean, I've got nothing but great memories. Great lads, great banter in JVs. Can't remember much of the footy. My personal highlight, I think, was scoring from the halfway line at the Hong Kong Football Club. No better place to do it in Hong Kong. But really, I'd like to, it's a pleasure to be, if I am included in Mike's video, his film, which I guess would be on Netflix. I'd just like to wish everybody the best. I look forward to Mike's creation. Let's hope it's better than his legal aptitude, his football skills, his music and his books. But jokes and sarcasm aside, ADW, it was a legendary side. It does live on. A wonderful club made of wonderful people. So all the best to you and good health.
Hello.
Now, Ivor is a character.
Yeah. Well, again, when I talk about Ivor, I remember Ivor when he first joined us. We always say this at the beginning. He was a really good footballer.
I think Ivor was coming towards the end of his career. I think
he was.
Well, somebody tells us he was really good in his youth.
Yeah. Well, I remember he was really good when he played for us. Yeah, but again, Ivor's one of those people who I've got a lot more memories off the field than on the field.
But he was good with his head, I remember. On and off the pitch.
Yeah,
he did score from the halfway. Can you remember him scoring from the halfway line at the club once?
Yeah, funny enough, I do remember. That is one of my recollections.
Yeah, very good.
Nathan Slaymaker, goalkeeper.
ADW. Played for them on and off for the last 23 years. However, my first experience of ADW was not playing for ADW, but was playing against ADW in the Legal League when I played for Robertson's. I don't remember too much about it, but it was over there somewhere. You can see that pitch over by the football club, and it was a mud pit. And all I do remember was being put up in the air by Rick Curtis. A bit like most people, but I joined the team, I don't know, 2001, 2, 3, I don't know, something like that. Legal League, a couple of cameos on tour, but my clearest memory of ADW is definitely on tour, definitely Manila, definitely halftime show during the final of the November 60s at the Nomads. Mesham, Solly, who else? Nick Oates from time to time. Yeah, just being knobs and naked. Pretty funny though. But yeah, good to see everyone, and hope you're all well. And fuck COVID, fuck Boris, fuck Trump. Peace.
Now, of all the goalies we had, he was probably the most formidable.
Oh yeah, I mean, definitely. I think. Well, again, you know, we always go through the various stages. You know, I still think the ultimate goalie we had was
Jim Dyer.
Jim Dyer, yeah, he was the ultimate goalie that we had. You know, he was our Peter Shilton, I think. You know, but Nathan is up there with him.
Simon Cleeves, the Wizard of Wales.
And I played for ADW first in 1990. Played a lot of friendlies up until the League started in 1991. And I did go on most of the tours. So my magic moments are from the first tour in 1990. We played the Hong Kong Islanders in a group stage. They were an arrogant club side. And I got the ball in the last minute and passed it up the field. And either Peter McKnight or Denny ran on and scored. That was a great team moment. Second one is when we were in the penalty shootout and Skip said to me, "Whatever you do, Taffy, keep it low," and then proceeded to kick his own penalty onto the roof of the marquee behind the goals. And the third one is that night in Superstars Club when I was nominated to be the team representative in the bikini dancing on stage. I was much thinner and hotter there. I think I was billed for the first time as the Wizard of Wales. And I'm sure I would have won, but a short German did a forward roll and took the judge's eye instead. So great memories, and let's hope we make a few more when times allow and we can get back to Manila maybe. And I think the category for us now in that heat is probably not walking football, but crab football, if anyone remembers that. Okay, cheers.
Simon, of course, left us in Hong Kong, but he was always a big tourist for us in Manila. And one thing about Simon you can say about him, you can't deny that he loved a good massage. Because we used to see him coming out of massage parlours quite often. He liked to keep himself clean. He was a clean boy.
He was a clean boy, but, you know, he was also a true professional as well, Mike, because obviously he was getting his massages to limber up for the next day's effort.
Yes, indeed he was. And, of course, he always had his magic wand with him. He became the provider of toys for the tours. He liked toys, I think. That can't be denied.
He can't. He loved toys.
And
yeah,
Simon was basically essential to the whole Manila experience, I think.
Yeah, yeah. And, you know, he used to get the kids to rub his magic wand, didn't he? Make a wish.
He did indeed. He did. Bless him.
Wai Chu, winger.
Yeah, Wai Chu. I think he came to Manila with us a couple of times, didn't he?
Yeah,
He was
a very skillful player. He played in Hong Kong for a couple of years for us in the early 2000s. And like all sort of wingers, he was in and out. But when he played well, he was good.
Mike Hansen, midfield.
Unfortunately, you cannot hear Mike's voice over the wind. Mike joined ADW in 1998 and plays to this day. His nickname is Choco because he eats a lot of chocolate. He now lives in Singapore with his wife and Maz. Michael is sexy and he knows it.
Yeah, I think Mike Hansen was our Ronan Gardner of the time.
Well, it's a pity he never got to play. I don't think he played with them. I think Ronan left about, 96, 97. And Mike came around 98. So it's a pity we didn't see them together.
Nick Park, defence, midfield.
Hello, everyone. I had great memories of playing with ADW. Probably 2000 to 2008. Mike, you might know better, I've no idea. A lot of the time I was mainly drunk or stoned or having whatever fun. Or maybe a bit too tired to run around. My favourite moments or things that do stick out for me at ADW. I lost the brand new kit, worn once, so I left that in the back of a taxi, which was all right because I wore my Sunderland shirt, so I didn't lose my shirt. Mike never shouted at me or got angry. He actually didn't say anything. I think he just wasn't surprised. Some other moments of my ADW. Well, let's think. I brought the first girl player along. I think you might remember Ange. She was a German girl, and I met her through the Area League website and thought she was a fella. And she came along and she joined in. She was okay. I think one of the good things, we managed to raffle off her sports bra at the end of the season, so that was quite amusing.
Now, Nick was a no-nonsense. He was a hard defender. He was one of the lads that came over from the squadron, and he did a good job for us.
He did, yeah. I remember him. This is when, well, this was latter ADW, wasn't it?
Around about 2000, something like that.
Yeah, just when we were on the decline, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, Nick did an excellent job for us. You know, this was during basically when ADW and Squadron started to merge.
Yeah.
And we were getting a lot of Squadron players in, but Nick couldn't understand a word he was saying, but he was a good, canny footballer.
And he lost the new kit, of course, left it in the back of a taxi.
Oh, he did. I think we're going to have to give him sort of Jordan Henderson legendary status at ADW, I think.
He'll like that, Jordan Henderson.
He would.
Okay.
John Solly, utility.
Better known for running very fast in very straight lines for ADW arch enemy Legal Aid, Jonathan made his first appearance for ADW in Manila in 1998. He became a regular member of the touring side after inviting the team to his surprise 30th birthday party the following year. After 20 years in Hong Kong, he moved to Nepal in 2014, where he invested in the local football team, Gorkha Town, the reigning Poto Premier League champions.
Now, John made his debut for ADW, he says, in 1998, which is a long time ago. Can you remember him playing that time?
I can't. I can remember, you know, we were always in touch with him, you know, but I thought it was predominantly when we used to see him all go round together in Manila.
Yeah. Or when we played Legal Aid, because he was a fixture for Legal Aid.
Yeah.
But certainly in Manila, the last 12, 15 years, he's always played for us. He's been in goal, defence, attack.
Yeah.
He nearly got us all shot once. And he's done many things in Manila. And as Barry says, there's not many things he hasn't caught.
Bryn Hughes, midfield.
I'm having a bevy.
Don't know what you can say about Bryn, really.
He used to kick people.
He used to kick people on and off the pitch. And
he was a bit mad.
He was a bit mad, a bit insane, I think we can say. But he had some good games. He was a hard midfield player, and we needed that sort of thing when we had, you know, skillful players like Lang and whatever.
Yeah.
We needed somebody like Bryn.
Yeah. What, just to go around and kick people?
Well, it's needed, you know, sometimes.
Richard Lee, defender.
Now, Richard played between 93 and 95 and a good left back.
Rick Curtis, centre back.
Okay, Rick, to me, obviously, was a legend. He came across with Parky, and he played a centre back, and I couldn't believe how good he was. He was like fast, he was skillful. A lot of his mates said he was dirty, but I didn't see that, probably because I was on the same team as him. But I think for the years he played for ADW, he was one of our best players by far.
Yeah, I mean, I always remember him as being a little bit of a hard man. You know, at least that was the vibe he gave on the pitch.
Yeah.
But to tell you the truth, I don't think you could have met a nicer person, to tell you the truth.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Robin Armstrong, midfield. My abiding memory of Robin for ADW is when he played in Shanghai. You remember he came to Shanghai with us?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And he was by far our player of the tournament.
Yeah. I remember we had a really good tournament as well, didn't we?
Yeah, but he was the best player, and we told him so afterwards. And he played for us up to the time that we left Hong Kong. And he was always a really good player. It was always great playing with him. And a nice lad as well, of course.
I'm a nice lad. I think we'll give him legendary status, both of them, I think.
Both legendary status. And one thing I meant to say here was to mention Nick Park again. Because Nick Park lived near both of them in England when they were going through their troubles. And he used to keep me informed all the time about how they were getting on, etc. And of course, they both passed away within like 18 months of each other. But Nick was with them to the end. He went to the hospital, etc. So it was an awful time for Nick, but he was amazing, Nick, throughout that period. So well done him. Robin and Rick passed away in 2017 and 2019. Great friends, great players, and great men.
Back in the water.
Okay, Jivy?
Yeah.
It's got to go.
That's my fish, by the way.
That's your fish, Jivy.
Put it back. Put him. Oh, Rick, don't drop him. He's gonna die.
Yeah.
100% in the water.
You talked yourself right into that, Rick. You missed the water, though.
Yay!